Hello and welcome back to the Not the Old Firm YouTube channel. My name is Ben Banks. Today's video, after a wee short break on the channel, features Hibs versus Santa Coloma in the UEFA Europa Conference League qualifying round 2. Good luck saying that after a few drinks. Start of Hibs' competitive campaign. We were at the Hibernian Training Centre earlier this week to speak to Jack Ross and Martin Boyle ahead of the big game tonight as you're watching this. Took a wee break from the channel, but plenty of content coming up. We're going to change the way we do things a bit this season. So if you haven't already subscribed, do that and drop a like on this video as well. Right, we'll get straight into it in terms of Hibs. Yeah, there's not a lot known about Santa Coloma, but Jack Ross and Martin Boyle have been doing their preparations. Well, one of them has. I'm sure before you watch these clips, you'll have a rough idea of which one is which. Big week for Hibs in terms of contract news. Jack Ross signing a new deal, I think until 2024 as Hibs head coach. He signed a 3.5-year deal in November 2019. When he first signed, he signed a new 2-year deal, so one would think that runs on to 2024. But I think Hibs are going in the right direction under Jack Ross. Of course, the cup finals were disappointing last year, but first, third place finish in 2004-05. There's a full crop of younger players beneath the surface as well that have been worked on behind the scenes that will either go on to play for Hibs' first team that Josh Doig has, or B, at least go on to be sold for a tidy profit down south as English clubs ramp up their scouting networks up here after Brexit. So should be fairly interesting times under Jack Ross. Be interesting to see how they do this season. I'd say they're probably favourites for third place as well, so a bit more pressure on them, alongside the ambition of perhaps getting group stage football via the new UEFA competition. That journey starts against Santa Coloma, and we heard from Jack Ross this week ahead of this, speaking all things from his new deal, his new captain, vice captain, Paul Hanlon and Paul McGinn, transfers, and a wee bit more. Have a look.
I think from the first conversation I had with the owner about the club having a wish for me to extend it, it's been relatively straightforward from a negotiation point of view. I spoke regularly last season about how much I enjoy the job here. I think we've made good progress in the year, almost year and a half now since I've been here, and it's about continuing to try and do that. And that, first of all, that being able to commit to longer from my point of view, but then also having that level of commitment and support from the owner and the board is really encouraging as well. Well, you've almost answered the question. We just very simply need to be better. I need to be better, staff need to be better, and players. And if we do that, then we should at least equal the achievements of last year. But then we want to go further and win silverware that we fell short of last year, and then qualify for European football again and have this continued period of a successful season for Hibs, because that's something that the club maybe hasn't done well enough in modern times, and it's something that we're striving towards doing over, as I said, over a prolonged period.
European football Thursday night. How excited are you for that, and what difference could that make to the season going forward?
Well, first of all, I think tremendously exciting for us all to be involved in it. I say worked incredibly hard to get qualification, and we want to stay in the tournament for as long as we can. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I said it's the start of our competitive season, so it's a big game for us.
You've got a new captain and vice captain as well. Tell us about how difficult a decision was that to make?
Well, obviously a big void to fill with David Gray moving in to join the coaching staff, but Paul Hanlon has assumed a lot of team captain responsibilities in recent times and did it very well. He's very much deserving of that honour, of filling the club captaincy, and then Paul McGinn, his value for money, being an outstanding signing for Hibs, consistency, performance, and a very level-headed, intelligent guy who is popular amongst the playing group as well, so will be a really good support to Paul within his role as well. Well, there's nothing imminent at the moment. We've, I think, over the last year and a half as well, we've been really considered in our recruitment. We feel as if, in the main, we've got a lot of things right in that regard, and so we want to continue to be patient to make sure that that playing group that was good last year, we've got to make sure it's good ones that improve it. So we feel as if we've done that with the additions to date, and we will bring other additions in. It's just making sure it's the absolute right one. So that work continues. And hopefully sooner than later we'll strengthen the playing group again. Actually, I think when you've enjoyed a good season, you want to keep that playing group together, and luckily enough at the moment we've done that. We don't know what the next what have we got left, 6 weeks will bring, but for me it's been nice coming into this period with a settled group and a group that understands how I work, and also that we've seen his capability of delivering real high quality performance as well. So ideally when the window closes, then we're still in that position of strength. It's difficult in terms of their league season, doesn't start till later than ours, so the only real footage that we can access and recently is obviously the previous 2 European games. So we did that from the first leg. Our preparations at that point had to be spread across the 2 potential opponents, but from the culmination of the second leg, it's been a focus and a preparation on Santa Coloma, and our preparation and diligence has been just as thorough as it would be for any domestic game.
So not a lot known about Santa Coloma, as Jack Ross just said there. Have only really been able to look at the last round when they beat Mons Calpe of Gibraltar 5-1. It was a 1-1 draw in the first leg, and then they comfortably beat them in the next round. They're the dominant force in Andorran football. I believe it's 13 league titles and 10 domestic cups. 6 of those league titles come between 2013 and 2019. They've got a weird SPFL link in there. Andrew Ramos, their long-serving defender, started his career at Barcelona, was at UD Ibiza halfway through it, and then ended up at a 4-month spell at Hamilton before signing for Santa Coloma. So that's probably the only SPFL connection you can sort of take from them, but they're such an unknown quantity. However, Hibs should really be winning this comfortably, and if you don't win it comfortably, then serious questions will be asked. They have looked good in pre-season. Was at Hibs versus Arsenal, and I thought even though Arsenal were a bit undercooked in terms of their pre-season preparations, Hibs showed up really well. Goal scorer on the night with a goal of the season contender. If you have seen, we can't show the goal obviously because of YouTube copyright infringements and that, but I'm sure if you're a Hibs fan watching this, you know exactly the goal I'm talking about. Goal of the season contender from Martin Boyle against Hibs, and a good way for him to open up his account. We spoke to him about that goal, the season ahead, Jack Ross's new deal, Santa Coloma, his ambition, the club's ambition, all other bits and bobs as well. So have a look.
Yeah, it's been a great week. Preparations are going well, which is good. It's always good when the weather's out. Like you say, preparations are going well. The boys are looking up for it. And yeah, hopefully we can go into there and take the game to them on Thursday night.
In terms of how do you better last season, given everything that was achieved?
Probably finish first or second in the league would probably be a start, and winning a trophy. Obviously, we know how difficult that will be. Thought we had a good season last year, which we probably know ourselves it could have been better if we added a couple on the way. But like you say, we made a good account of ourselves in the league, and hopefully we can do that again this year. Yeah, well, obviously it's great for the club. He's done fantastic since he's came in, and all the players have bought into what he wants to do, and he's a great man management, and he's been personally brilliant for me as well. So hopefully we can have another successful season. First of all, I don't normally set myself any targets. I normally try to beat what I get the year before, but obviously that will be quite difficult. I feel like I scored a lot of goals last year and that, so if I can equal that, it would be quite nice. If I can go better, then happy days. But yeah, obviously the European campaign will be brilliant. It's obviously what we've strived for the whole year to be a part of, and like you say, the preparations have went well, and we'll be more than ready for it. Just returning back to competitive games is good. Obviously the running in pre-season hasn't been pretty, nobody enjoys that, but it's part and parcel of the game, and obviously the nice friendlies that we had against Arsenal, it's not often you play against players at that level, and obviously to beat them as well was brilliant. But I think the main thing is to get back into some competitive action would be great, and like you say, the fans are back as well, so it's
good stuff. Enjoy it. All the best for the season ahead.
Good for you to start that one, goal of the season contender in the Arsenal game.
Well, they don't come much easier anyway. I thought I was going to miss it, but nah, obviously it was brilliant for me, and yeah, happy days. It was good to see some family back as well.
You mind you saying last season your wee daughter always sets you unrealistic targets, but it seemed to work for you last year.
She did want a goal, and I was like, yeah, it's not looking good that, but nah, thankfully it happened.
And how's your Andorran football knowledge?
Not well, no. I can't say. If you're going to ask me a quiz question here, I'm not going to get it right.
I'm not going to, because I don't think we can all argue that, but it'll be a test all the same, because they are such an unknown quantity to you guys.
Absolutely, and like I say, when the gaffer goes through the analysis tomorrow, I'm sure we'll pretty much know what their team will be and what their strengths and weaknesses are, and we'll go through that, and we'll break down how we beat them.
I know Hibs have been in Europe before, but perhaps not as much as they would like to have been in the last maybe 10-15 years. Should Hibs sort of be in this competition or Europa League?
Yeah, obviously we're top club, massive club, massive fan base. I feel like we have to strive towards that every season. Obviously, personally playing in Europe before with Hibs, it's been great. It's been, obviously, the fans home and away have been backing us. It's been brilliant, and it's a good trip for them. But it's more important for us to obviously qualify the next round, and we need to be more successful in that front.
Only a short wee preview today, but we hope you have enjoyed it. If you do prefer content like this, we are going to look to do our match coverage. We did Premiership previews and reviews that sort of mixed and match a lot of the teams last year. I think maybe doing this form of video perhaps provides a bit more insight week to week as well, instead of spreading it out over a fair few teams over the week. So if this is something that is a bit better, then do let us know. But that's all we've got time for on this. Good luck to Hibs in their European campaign as that gets kicked off, and as well good luck to Aberdeen. They kick off against BK Hacken at Pittodrie, so good luck to them as well. As I've already said, do subscribe to the channel, really does help us out a lot. Like the video, and until next time.